I'm trying to set up and look up stuff for this video, but my cat is bugging me to play with her with the laser pointer pen I got yesterday. Like, honey, I love you, but this is important. This is me doing the YouTube thing, okay? And then play later. Okay. Now, if you didn't watch yesterday, Dana Terrence had a charity live stream where she raised over $70,000 for a few LGBTQ plus charities, and in that she did some requests from drawings from donors, her and a bunch of other people who not only work on the Owl House but other shows too were on there, and actually revealed a lot of stuff that probably is going to go down in these next few episodes that I'll wrap up season 2. And I just want to go down. I want to look at the pictures that she put on. I want to talk about some of her responses to some stuff, and I want to talk about just the amazing recordings that both Cissy Jones and Sarah Nicole Robles did. That's the voice actors for Lilith and Luce. That gives us a little bit of insight about what's been going on during this hiatus that is really just going to tie a lot of people over for the next few days, because the episode 11 comes out this Saturday as I'm recording this video. I'm not sure when I'm going to post it, probably like the second I'm done, but it's just really excited. I have been just like for the past 6 months in this weird limbo where I constantly just binge watch the first 2 seasons and a half because I have literally nothing else to do, because all my shows are on hiatus and half of them I don't even know when they're coming back, and the 2 I know that are coming back seem to be further and further out of my grasp. So let's take a look at some of the things Dana said, what she posted, and see if we can just speculate what's going to happen in season 2B. Hi friends, so if you don't know who I am, my name is Brooke, aka the Little Nerdy Birdie, pronouns they, them, and here is my channel where I just mostly talk about kids cartoons because I know nothing else about anything else. Not because I don't know how, but I choose not to know anything else because that requires learning about stuff, and I'm not good at that. Before I talk about what actually happened in the stream, I want to talk about just the trailer, the quick 30-second promo that Disney released the day before, and I took some screenshots of it, and I just want to talk about all of them. And I did it in the actual order, so if I just repeat some stuff, whatever, just ignore me. That's just how I took the picture. First screenshot, we have Willow, Gus, and Luce at Hexside with Willow and Gus, or not Willow and Gus, Luce and Gus hiding behind Willow, and Willow with just this big smirk on her face about to perform a spell, which I assume is gonna, excuse the language, rock someone's shit. And I gotta say, I love that. Willow is like my favorite character next to Amity because she's just so great, and I love the new look she's given. It's beautiful. I love it when shows update characters' looks as season goes on because it shows that they're developing too, not just the main characters. They're getting their own stories and stuff like that, and I think we really do need another Willow-centric episode because the last one we got really was Wing It Like Witches, where the focus was mostly on Willow, but like at the end it kind of became not about her, and like it was just like a bunch of other characters there too, so it was hard to focus on her. So hopefully we get some new development with that. Hopefully we get to see Willow beat up some kids because that's what she does. Willow is best girl. Next one, we have Luce wearing some kind of Viking-like helmet and throwing down a glyph. I'm not sure what she's doing, but it looks like she's about to get in a fight. Hopefully she wins. There's not really a lot to talk about there because it's just Luce doing her own thing, but I'm still pretty interested on what she's doing and who she's fighting. Now, this next one, I think this is specifically from Follies of the Covenant's Day Parade, and I'll get into why a little later with another picture that I think confirms that, but here we have Ida with this just serious look on her face, she's about to throw down. These last three just screenshots just look like the characters are just about to beat somebody, which, we love it. The group of friends that beat people up together stay together. And she has Albert in her hand when she hasn't really used him a lot since she lost her powers. So it's good to see her with him again. Hopefully she can do stuff with him, because I remember them saying that even though witches can perform magic on their own, their talismans, their staffs have magic in them too. Unless I'm reading it wrong, she should be able to do some magic with him. It just won't be as powerful as it normally would be if she still had access to her bile stack. In this next one, we have Luce and Amity both looking shocked at something. Now, originally when I saw this, I thought they were on a date or something. I thought we were gonna get to see that, but then I noticed they're in their school uniform still. So this might be just something they're doing together after school, or in the school somewhere dark. They just learned something weird that's happening, or maybe they're about to be chased or something, because they looked really shocked for some reason, and I'm not sure, but hopefully if these two are gonna have some time in an episode together, we get some cute couple moments between them, because they are canon now. They are girlfriends. They refer to each other as such, and I am just ready to be both embarrassed and giddy the whole time when I see these two 14-year-olds act like 14-year-olds in a relationship. Just full on. I wanna be homophobic watching these two, because in high school when you're 14 and you're in your first relationship, you talk about them all the time. You have this like look on your face every time you see them. You just have this cutesy way of speaking to each other. It's adorable, and I hope we get to see it. Now, this one I think comes from the same episode as the one before with Amity and Luce. And if you can see there, because I couldn't really get a good picture of him, that's Tybalt, with, I assume, Amity summoning an abomination arm to literally fling him into the air to inflict violence on him. Now, we haven't seen Tybalt since Really Small Problems, and this weird thing that I found out, when this came out, everybody was taking like screenshots of it and memeing the hell out of it. Everybody thought he was dead. Everybody was hoping he... Hi there. This is Brooke in the future. If you notice, I call him Tybalt and then continue to do so. His name is Tibbles. And I called him Tybalt, like from Romeo and Juliet. I hate myself, though. Like, this fandom is kind of feral, but whatever. It's good to see him again, and I'm just gonna assume from this, like, scene alone, Amity doesn't have a high opinion on him, because he shrunk her girlfriend and almost got her eaten by a bunch of tiny animals. So, that doesn't look good on him. Now, I think this scene is from Any Sport in the Storm, based off his synopsis that Willow finds a new sport that she loves, and looking on how she's in everybody else's dress, it just kind of confirms that for me. Also, we get Viney and Scara. We have not gotten Viney since I don't know how long, and we never get any Scara content, and Scara is kind of a favorite, even though she was part of Bosch's group. Everybody loves her, and everybody loves Viney because she's just a great character, and what the Owl House excels at is writing great side characters that they could just have one line or be in one episode and then be in another episode with just one line, and then people will just love them forever. Also, this abomination in front of them. Now, when I first saw it, I thought this was Amity summoning it, but now that I think about it, it makes no sense. Also, it doesn't look normally like the abominations she lets out, and also its coloring is a bit different too. Like, the purple is darker and it's a lot bigger. So the audio for the rest of this clip just got jacked up for whatever reason. I don't know. I do this on a crappy computer, but I was gonna say that also its eyes are placed in a different way. One's on its face, one's on the top of its head. It probably comes from another character, probably like whoever's officiating this game, they're still playing it, or Now, the same thing happened to this clip too. I absolutely hate this computer. But here we have a young Lilith staring in horror at something with a Grudgeby ball in her hand. Now, I don't know what episode this is from. I can't even begin to speculate. But by the look at her face, something awful is about to happen to her. And I just hope that her little sister Ida is around and comes in, swoops in like the hero she is, and she saves her big sister from whatever's about to hurt her. Now, I almost forgot about this one, and I don't know how. It was literally my favorite part of the whole thing because it's Hunter about to maybe get his ass kicked. I mean, I hope not. I don't want to see this boy in constant pain, but it's just funny when the other characters like are mean to him because it's just everybody just likes to pick on Hunter for some reason. He's just an easy target. But he's at Hexside. This is the episode where he infiltrates it. I forget the title name, but it's sure to be interesting. And he has his little palisman with him there too. Now, actually, in the live stream, we find out that his name is Flapjack, and that's absolutely adorable. I love that. And it now these next three shots here, I also think are from Follies of the Coven Day Parade. And let me explain. We have obviously like we have young Rain and young Ida looking at each other, glaring at each other, and I think this is a flashback of okay, so remember when Lou started Hexside and Ida said to her, if you want to get respect, if you want to be liked, go up and punch the strongest kid you see and you'll get it. I think this is what Ida did. I think she saw Rain, she saw them, and maybe they were the tallest person there, and she was just like, okay, if I punch this kid, I'll get respect. And just that's how they meet. It's a weird meet cute that they have, and we're just gonna get cute moments. And I think this comes from Ida talking to them, trying to snap them out of whatever spell they're under, so that they'll snap out of it and they'll leave the Emperor's side, come back to Ida, and help them stop whatever he's planning for the future. And I just hope that Ida can save them, because I don't know when I'm gonna ever get great representation of non-binary people like I do with Rain Whisper. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. We have Hootie and King inside some kind of contraption or whatever. I don't think they're in the Owl House. I think Hootie is in the Poor Hootie thing, but I can't even speculate what they're doing. I'm assuming that actually they might be in a float. Yeah, they're definitely in a float about to start shenanigans because it's King and Hootie. That's what they do. That's their whole shtick. Also probably caused just like a huge crash because that's just on brand for both of them as well. And I love. Now this one is really interesting because we have Bellows in a way that I've never seen him before, and this leads me to think that he's gonna go into his true form. Now, not what he looks like without his mask or whatever. We've already seen that. I mean what his cursed self actually looks like. And I think it's going to be just like really hard to look at, but I also think it's going to be interesting to finally see like what kind of monster he turns into. We might actually learn like what happened to him, how he was cursed, and like what he can actually do, because he turns into basically some kind of swamp monster or whatever, and he's gonna get in a fight with somebody, and it's really gonna be like a really hard fight because he is the strongest witch on the Boiling Isles. And I think if his curse is as powerful as it seems, he doesn't really need magic to fight. He probably can still like kick a lot of ass, like in this form. Did I say ass or ask? I meant ass. Now that I'm really thinking about it, it might be from the last episode with the like final confrontation from him or with him, and he'll just get all gigantic. It'll be a big badass fight, and that'll be something to watch. Honestly, I can't wait for that. Hey guys, this is Brooke in the future editing this video. I am very tired. If you noticed, you probably have, I recorded 2 separate times. I did it in the morning, and then I had to redo it at night because when I came back from taking a break to review the footage, I realized a lot of the audio got messed up. And then while I was fixing it, I mistakenly thought that I put in a lot of screenshots that weren't in the trailer and that Dana had put on her Twitter, the shots that weren't used. And then I deleted those. But then I watched the original promo again and realized, oh, those were in the trailer. I just wasn't paying attention. And now I have to put it all back because I deleted all my footage. So I'm just gonna list off the stuff that I find interesting. Okay? Okay. Here we have a rave being thrown at the Owl House that neither you or I or any of our friends were invited to because we're not cool enough to hang with the residents of said house. Here we've got young Miss Willow Park putting on her war paint, about to commit crimes against the rich because she's tired of living in a capitalist-based society. Here we've got Emperor Bellos about to lose any sense he has after eating and then consuming Hunter's Palace men because he needs the nourishment so he doesn't die. Luce showing off that not only has she evolved from being a weak nerd, but she has developed some very sick parkouring maneuvers to show off. And then last but certainly not least, Harpy Ida, about to make a lot of people question their sexuality for a first time, and a lot more people finally comfortable with cementing their own. Now, I know I skipped over a lot of stuff. I'm sorry for that, but I just can't work on this anymore. I am exhausted, and I just want to get this published by today. I want to get this out before the new episodes start, so I don't look like a dumbass. But to make up for it, I will share 4 of my favorite doodles that Dana and the other artists made because they took suggestions from donators and they said they would draw their suggestions, and they did not disappoint. Got Big Bad Bellows trying to eat a McRib while his nephew Hunter stares on and questions his life choices. We've got Ida doing some sick tricks with Heelys like it's 2002 or whatever, I don't remember. We've got Amity with fangs, which is something people wanted and I never knew that I needed in my life. Thank you. And finally, we have Hootie drawn as a biblically accurate angel, and I cannot stress this enough. I will be seeing this in my nightmares until the day that I die. And then, like I said before, we have these 4 extra screenshots that didn't make it into the promo. That just looked really interesting as well. We've got Luce and Hunter, what looks like them to be in the Emperor's Palace having a talk. We have Lilith looking like she's about to be an absolute nerd and over-explain something. We have Luce and Amity sitting down looking all sad, but probably about to have a real nice, cute heart-to-heart. And then we got my main man, Steve, my favorite guard in the palace, just living out his best life, riding a motorcycle with a shirt with his name on it. We stand. And another added bonus, the end credits title sequences are also changing too, to show the character development. Now, I love it when characters evolve, when they have new looks, when we find out new things. The show tailors to it. We get this in the intro, and we get this in the end credits too. It's just an extra labor of love that like people who work on the show have, and you really have to appreciate it because they're putting their heart and soul into this show that is sadly getting just kicked to the curb by Disney. But I won't talk about that right now. It's been talked about to hell, and we need to talk about why we don't like Disney. Y'all can see me ranting about Dana's rants about Disney and why she did this stream if you want, cause it's more contextual there. It makes more sense. And that about wraps up my analysis on Dana's Twitch. I am so excited for the rest of season 2, and I know all of you guys are. It comes out this Saturday at 9 a.m. and I just cannot wait to have my expectations blown out the water. What did you guys think? Do you like the Owl House? This is your first time seeing it. Let me know your thoughts. Please watch this video, like, share, comment if you enjoyed what you saw. I have a very hectic scheduling post. I don't plan anything ahead. Ideas come into my brain, I decide, hey, I'm gonna make a video on this and just do like 4 projects at a time. And I know that's a really bad way to run things, but hey, who said I was good at that? Buddy, that's disgusting. Stop doing that. Socks! No! No!